In this video, we're going to look into a comparison between Microsoft Copilot versus Monarch. So let's get into the video. So Microsoft Copilot, so this is the official website here. It's actually an AI-powered assistant integrated into the Microsoft 365 apps like your Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and all those things. Okay, they are actually designed to help users uses like with summarizing or drafting, with data interpretation, automation, and also like context away suggestions. So it helps you with all those things. So if you just type in your whatever you want to like do, so just type that in and Copilot will do it for you. So it's similar to like chat gpt and all other AI prompts or AI platforms, where you just have to type in using natural language and it will do the job for you. And you have different types of options here, how what type of response you want. You can choose from there, like quick, think, you want like some deeper response, some smart response, all those things you can choose. And you have various things that you can do, like creating image, writing, drafting text, writing scripts, a lot of things here that you can do with it. Okay, Monarch on the other hand here, okay, Monarch is actually a personal finance and budgeting app to help users track like spendings, um, setting budgets and goals, managing your investments, and viewing like consolidated finance like snapshots all in one place. So that's more, it's more into like finance, like Monash is more into like financing and budgeting. So now key features of these two platforms here. So the key features of these two platforms. So Copilot here, okay, so Copilot, the main focus is for productivity and for document and workflow automation. That's what they deal with. Whereas Monash deals with personal finance aggregations, insights, and budgeting. And Microsoft Copilot is deeply integrated with the 365 apps, whereas Monash actually connects to banks, credit cards, and investment accounts. Okay, so Copilot comes with AI assistant, so you can prompt Copilot with natural tools like write an email, summarize the report. You can just in natural language you can say, and it will do the job for you. Whereas in Monash you can like ask financial questions like what was the spending and how much can I save, so how much do I need to save, how much time do I have to save. So those type of questions you can ask there. Okay, so Copilot can analyze your data in Excels, can help you with numbers and create visualizations, whereas Monash will offer like spending breakdowns, network tracking, forecast your goal progress, and all those things. Okay, and you can automate and customize Copilot in documents, workflows, and templates. Like automation is possible via prompts. You can just give prompts, it will do the job. Whereas this one is like rule engines. You need to use rule engines for categorization, budgeting, like how we do in Excel. So you set up rules and that's how you do. In terms of security and privacy, so this one, it both has like the Copilot has enterprise grade security aligned with Microsoft's ecosystem, which is good. And also Monash actually requires strong financial data security like bank connections and encryptions in order to that's associated with it. It's pretty good. So in user base, like Microsoft Copilot is mostly used by individuals, professionals, and businesses using like Microsoft tools, whereas Monash is mostly like individuals managing personal or household finances. Those type of people will be using this. So now the pros and cons of each of these platforms here. So Microsoft Copilot here, actually, as you know, it's seamless. It's a built-in AI assistant with family office support, so it's fine. And it's powerful with context, so it understands your documents, emails, data. It gets data from your Microsoft 365 apps, and it's automate like repetitive tasks like drafting, summarizing, all those things. And the security is enterprise grade security, so it's really good. The cons is that it's not focused on financial specific needs, like what you're after. So it's not specific on financial. Okay, it's more generic, and it may require 365 subscription and licensing, so you need to pay for it in order to use this. And it's less useful if you don't primarily use Microsoft apps. So if you don't work much with Microsoft apps, then it might be less useful. And the cost and the overhead may be higher for non-business users, if you're like, especially if you're like a private user. And Monash, on the other hand, here, it's actually centralizes all financial accounts for a consolidated view, which makes you planning and budgeting easier. and it's tailored for personal budgeting, insights, goals, and forecasting. And the AI assistant is built in for financial queries. Like, you don't ask general tasks, you only the AI assistant will only help you with financial queries. Okay, it's useful for proactive financial planning. The issue with this is that it's limited outside the financial domain. So if you want something more than the financial domain, then it might not be the right tool for you. And it depends heavily on your bank data connectivity. So if an account fails to connect, then it's going to be an issue for you. And the accuracy of AI prediction and categorization may vary, because depending on the program, no, the data so might not always be accurate. And then the privacy and trust will be a concern around sensitive financial data, as you'll be sharing a lot of your financial data with the apps in that case. And some features like exporting or detailed reporting may be limited depending on the plan, because it might need to be paid as well. And now let's look into a quick comparison between these two platforms here. So if you compare these two, in terms of use case, like Microsoft Copilot is for enhancing productivity and for document creations, whereas Monash is for managing your personal finance and budgeting. Okay, and this Microsoft Copilot is general purpose. It's integrated with the Microsoft 365. Okay, and the AI will assist you with writing and data workflows and all those things. Whereas Monash here, it's more like finance based. Your main target is finance, and they're integrated with your banking and financial institution that you'll be connecting. And the AI can only help you with financial queries, not general tasks. Okay, it's only for financial queries. And the security models for both is like Microsoft Copilot, it uses Microsoft's enterprise security, so that's fine. Whereas Monash needs strong data encryption and bank link securities. Okay, and Microsoft Copilot heavily depends on Microsoft tools, whether in order to be useful or not. It all depends on which Microsoft apps and tools that you use. Whereas Monash actually requires active financial accounts and connections. And also the cost when it comes to cost, this is often tried with 365 platforms. So you get like Copilot with the 365 with the 365 subscriptions, that's fine. And Monash is actually also subscription based, so it depends on which plan you are choosing. Based on that, you'll get it. And here in risk areas, so they might be in Microsoft Copilot, there will be, like, the queries in the answers they provide, there might be some hallucination, misinterpretation, that's possible. Whereas in Monash, the data sync issues, sometimes when you connect a bank or anything, the data might not sync well, and it might give you some errors or category errors and all that. So in that way, like, the accuracy might be affected as well. So you never know. So that could be a potential risk as well. So in summary, I would suggest is that Microsoft Copilot is a powerful AI assistant, and it's embedded into enterprise productivity tools. Okay, it shines when your work involves in a lot of document creation, like data interpretation, reporting, and when you're using when you're using all the apps within the Microsoft ecosystem. Okay, it brings you the automation, intelligence, and context to those tasks, but you need to be careful with the management and oversight and licensing. And Monash here is focused more on personal finance. Okay, it helps you get control of spending, budgeting tools, investments and everything. So it's not trying to replace co-pilots, it operates in a different domain. So both these are not direct substitutes. One is for productivity or AI assistance in knowledge work. The other one is for financial health and planning. So the value is highest when you use each for what it's best as. And that wraps up the video. Hope the information was helpful.